Leeds fans, stop scrolling right now. Elland Road just erupted with breaking news, and it is not good news. A 3-0 humiliation. A tactical collapse that has fans demanding answers. Daniel Farke is under fire, a star striker is frozen out, and a £13 million asset is reportedly demanding to leave the club permanently. The performance this weekend was terrifying, a horror show befitting Halloween. And we have the single moment that defines the entire crisis. The payoff. The 16th minute. That's all you need to know. If you are marching on together even when it hurts, smash that like button and subscribe right now. We need to analyze this disaster, starting with the shocking decisions Daniel Farke made at the Amex. This was a catastrophe. A 3-0 loss to Brighton that wasn't just a defeat, it was a surrender. Leeds United were unrecognizable. After the glorious, high-press, aggressive win against West Ham, where Leeds scored in 3 minutes, fans expected momentum. Instead, Daniel Farke committed tactical suicide. For some unfathomable reason, he instructed Leeds to sit deep, to be passive, and to allow Brighton, a team that thrives on time and possession, to have the ball. The result was immediate chaos. Leeds were sloppy, they couldn't string the passes together, and Gabriel Gudmundsson was rinsed by Yankuba Minteh time and time again. The team looked confused, uncomfortable, and terrified. It didn't take long for the inevitable. Danny Welbeck scored after just 11 minutes. But the moment that truly epitomized the tactical failure, the moment that showed the players had no idea what they were supposed to be doing, came in the 16th minute. Brighton defender Jan-Paul van Hecke had the ball. He was standing still, literally standing still in his own half, looking to pick a pass. The closest Leeds player was Tanaka. You could see the confusion in Tanaka's body language. His instincts screamed to press, to get in his face, but he remembered the instructions. He was supposed to sit off. He was caught in no man's land, completely ineffective, and Brighton simply walked the ball through Leeds' midfield. That single moment defined the match. Farke's plan, or lack thereof, threw his own team off their game. A brace from Diego Gomez sealed the 3-0 humiliation. Ethan Ampadu, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and Jack Abidjal were all dreadful. But the blame rests on Farke. And what makes it worse? His reaction. After the match, Farke tried to look on the bright side. He said, and I quote, "We don't have to overanalyze the game." He pointed to stats, claiming it was quite equal, minus 50-50 its possession. This is infuriating for supporters who watched a 3-0 surrender. You cannot sugarcoat this. When asked for positives, he mentioned the reaction after 10 minutes. It's simply not good enough. The fan forums are in meltdown. Hopeless, clueless, deserves the sack. These are the comments flooding in. When players like Ampadu and Calvert-Lewin look completely lost, it's not just an off day, it's a systemic failure. This passive approach is not the Leeds way. It's not the marching on together aggression that won the championship. Farke must be hearing the noise. He can't afford any more mistakes, especially with Nottingham Forest up next. Do you believe Farke's tactical approach is going to get Leeds relegated? Drop your honest opinion in the comments. But the confusion over tactics is now spreading to the dressing room, because the man who should be scoring the goals isn't even allowed on the pitch. The crisis deepens. We have to talk about the man who was Leeds United's leading goal scorer last season. The man who fired 19 goals to win the championship title. Now, he's in exile. We are talking, of course, about Joel Pirro. The 26-year-old Dutch forward has been completely frozen out by Daniel Farke. And the stats are damning. Farke has put all his trust in Dominic Calvert-Lewin. And while DCL's link-up play has been okay, he isn't scoring. And he was one of the worst players on the pitch against Brighton. Meanwhile, Pirro is wasting away. He started the first 2 Premier League games this season. He led the line in the EFL Cup. Since then, he has vanished. According to FotMob, Pirro has played just 28 minutes of football since that cup defeat. 28. He played 0 minutes against Newcastle, 0 minutes against Wolves, 0 minutes against West Ham. He got 11 minutes against Tottenham and 17 against Burnley. This is a complete exile of a proven goalscorer. Fans are speculating that he must be sold in January for his own career. He's 26, entering his prime, and Farke is destroying his value. But here is the massive twist. According to a new report from journalist Bjorn Cross at The Athletic, Leeds United will not sanction Pirro's exit in January. Bjorn Cross states that Pirro is likely to remain at Elland Road, barring exceptional circumstances. Why? Why keep a player you refuse to use? The answer is a terrifying admission of failure in the transfer market. According to Cross, the injury records of both Dominic Calvert-Lewin and Lucas Mecha are so poor, so unreliable, that Farke needs Pirro as an emergency third-string option. He is trapped. He is not good enough to play, but he is too important to sell. He is forced to watch from the bench as the team fails to score, knowing he's only there in case the other players get injured. This is managerial malpractice. You are holding a 19-goal striker hostage because you failed to sign reliable cover. What does this do to Pirro's mentality? He knows he's only there in case of emergency. It's a psychological blow. And what does it say to DCL? That his position is secure no matter how poorly he plays. It's a recipe for complacency and division. This is a nightmare scenario for Pirro. He is going to have to make do with cameos for the foreseeable future. Beer and Cross did add one caveat. Pirro would only be allowed to leave if his departure would facilitate the arrival of a difference-making alternative in attack. This is a huge story. Pirro is in purgatory. If you believe Joel Pirro is being treated unfairly by Farke, smash that like button. But Pirro isn't the only striker frustrated with the manager. Another Leeds forward is reportedly annoyed, and this one is actively demanding a permanent transfer away from Elland Road. This is the story that shows the disconnect between Farke's management and the 49ers' business plan. There is another talented striker on the books who wants out, and his frustration is aimed squarely at Daniel Farke. This isn't Joe Gelhardt, who is currently impressing on loan at Hull City. We are talking about Mateo Joseph. The 22-year-old Spanish U21 international is reportedly annoyed at Farke and wants to leave Leeds permanently. The report comes from ABC in Spain. They claim Joseph has grown frustrated with Farke after making just 11 starts in the championship last season. He feels he was never given a fair chance to prove himself before the club went out and signed Calvert-Lewin. This isn't just new frustration. This boiled over in the summer. ABC reports that Real Betis were in talks to sign Joseph permanently, and the player himself was keen on the move back to Spain. The deal was reportedly very close, but Leeds United blocked it. And here's the payoff that shows the 49ers' strategy. Leeds refused to let Joseph leave on a loan with an option to buy. They demanded a non-negotiable, massive transfer fee, 15 million euros. That is 13 million pounds. Real Betis could not or would not pay that price. So the deal collapsed. Leeds instead sent Joseph on a dry loan to Mallorca, meaning there is no purchase option. And guess what? Joseph is proving his worth. He already has 2 goals and 2 assists in just 9 appearances in La Liga. He also has 8 goals in 12 games for the Spain U21 side. Leeds and the 49ers played this perfectly. Joseph is contracted until July 2028. They hold all the cards. His value is only increasing, and that 13 million pounds price tag now looks justified. This dry loan was a masterstroke by the 49ers. They knew his talent. They knew his contract was long. They've essentially put him in the shop window of La Liga, letting him cook against top-tier defenders, and his price tag just keeps rising. Farke's failure to integrate him might accidentally make Leeds an extra 5 or 10 million pounds. It's a bizarre situation where poor management is leading to a financial win, but a tactical loss. Leeds can afford to be patient. But this is a disaster for Farke's man management. He has alienated a 13 million pounds talent, who is now succeeding elsewhere, all while his chosen striker, DCL, is failing to score and the team is collapsing. Drop a comment right now. Should Leeds cash in on Joseph for 13 million pounds, or should they sack Farke and build the attack around him next season? 3 stories, 1 catastrophic weekend. This is the state of Leeds United. A 3-0 humiliation at Brighton exposed Daniel Farke's tactical confusion, epitomized by Altanaka freezing in the 16th minute. That confusion has infected the entire squad. The attack is broken. Dominic Calvert-Lewin is not scoring. Joel Pirro, last season's 19-goal hero, is exiled to the bench, kept only as an emergency injury cover according to The Athletic. And Mateo Joseph, a 13 million pounds asset, is thriving in Spain and reportedly wants to leave permanently because Farke never trusted him. This is a crisis of management. The 49ers are building assets brilliantly, demanding 13 million pounds for Joseph and holding their ground. But Daniel Farke is destroying squad harmony and failing to get results on the pitch. The 50-50 its possession Farke quoted means nothing when you lose 3-0 and look terrified to play. The pressure is immense. The next match against Nottingham Forest is now a must-win. Here is what I need from every single Leeds fan watching this. 1. Smash that like button if you agree that Farke must abandon the passive tactics and return to the high press against Forest. TWO, drop a comment with your honest, one-word reaction to that 3-0 loss. 3. Subscribe right now. We are marching on together, and we will be here all season to break down every single development. But listen closely, here is the double cliffhanger. That report from Beiran Cross stated Pirlo won't leave unless his exit facilitates a difference-making alternative. Sources are now whispering that Leeds scouts are actively monitoring a new number 9 in the Bundesliga. If they pull that trigger in January, Pirlo is gone, and on top of that, our next opponent, Nottingham Forest, just received a massive boost. Their star striker, Taiwo Woni, has just returned to full training. They are smelling blood. Farke has 1 week to fix this tactical and dressing room mess before Elland Road turns toxic. Stay locked, we ride together.